Video we look more into the working components as well as the basic flight maneuvering. Today we'll be looking more into the Indian fighter jets, that is the Sukhoi, Tejas and MiG-29. Starting it off with the most prominent one, that is the Sukhoi Mark 31. This is constructed by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited under the license of Sukhoi, a Russian company. This is a long-range, heavy and an all-weather aircraft used by India in various air shows, various battlefields, etc. Especially you would have seen this in air shows during the Republic Day or the ones that happen in Bangalore as well. Now, looking into the specifications of the fighter aircraft, that is the Sukhoi. This is a twin jet and twin crew fighter aircraft. That is, two people will be flying the aircraft. Apart from this, this weighs around 2,600 kilos and has a speed of around 2,600 km per hour at high altitude as well as 1,000 km per hour at low altitude. Now, I'll just show you a very interesting maneuver, that is the Pugachev's Cobra. It is also called as a super maneuver. Now, as I've spoken about a defensive split and emallment in my first video, this is also another maneuver that is only performed by the most prominent aircraft. Now, what happens is that the fighter aircraft goes up in the nose, lifts up, goes back and then comes back to its original position. This happens when it is flying at moderate speed and thus generating an air brake. It is one of the most prominent maneuvers, as I had said, and is also displayed in various air shows. Another most important features about the Sukhoi is that the airframe is made up of titanium and a mix of aluminium, which makes the aircraft even the more sturdier, and that's why it is used in many air shows along with the Royal Air Force and in other countries as well. The most important thing about the fighter jets, as I said, is the armaments. Now, this is around 12 hard points. Now, what are hard points? Hard points are basically locations in the airframe where it can carry an internal or an external load. So, this Sukhoi Su-30 Mark 1 can carry around 12 hard points, that is 12 weapons, including various missiles, guns, bombs, even laser-guided bombs also can be dropped using this Sukhoi fighter jet. Looking into the next type, that is the Tejas. Now, this is a very, very important fighter aircraft because this is fully conceptualized, designed and constructed fully in India by the ADA or the Aeronautical Development Agency. So, Tejas aircraft is an Indian aircraft. This was conceptualized back in the 1980s by the Indian government, basically because of two objectives. One is because the Indian government felt that there was a rising need for the domestic aerospace industry to grow, and even the more because Indian Air Force felt that all the older fighter aircrafts used in the Air Force were getting older and they needed a fresh batch. And if that didn't happen, around mid-1990s, Indian Air Force would be 40% deficit of their fighter jets. Now, because of that, this was conceptualized, as the Tejas aircraft was conceptualized. Now, this is a light combat aircraft or an LCA, not unlike the Sukhoi, which is a heavy aircraft. This is a light aircraft weighing roughly around 9,300 kilograms. Now, this has four varieties, as you can see. This is because this aircraft was mainly constructed for both the Indian Air Force as well as the Indian Navy to satisfy both their demands and needs, and that is why you can see there are four varieties. One is the Air Force trainee, Air Force fighter, Indian Navy trainee and Indian Navy fighter. These are the four varieties of the Tejas. This costs roughly around 168 crore rupees per unit of the Tejas aircraft. Now, let's look into the specifications of the Tejas aircraft as we had seen in the Sukhoi Su-30 Mark 1. Let's look into the the airframe, what it is made up of. So this is made up of mostly composite materials. This was decided because composite materials make the aircraft more lighter, even the more sturdier, letting it go of all the unnecessary rivets, unnecessary connections, etc. Thus, this aircraft is made up of almost 40% of composite materials. Now let's look into the next component, that is the glass cockpit. Now this is a very important technology because glass cockpit enables the usage of electronic instruments instead of analog instruments which were used in the past years, which is obviously makes it much more easier for the pilot to read the parameters that are necessary for a safe and a more maneuverable flight. Apart from it, this Tejas aircraft also has the night vision goggles cockpit, making it even the more usable in any kind of environment. Let's look into the next component, that is the multi-mode radar. Now you guys must be aware that a fighter's most important objective of a fighter aircraft is to find out the target and destroy it. So that is why we need a very good radar system, and this is why Tejas uses a coherent pulse multi-mode Doppler effect radar, which is the best of its kind, and it is used to find the target at the long range without emitting any oscillations or any noise. It is applicable to any kind of weapon or something like air to air, air to surface, or air to water. Moving on, now let's look into the MiG-29. Why I am explaining it to you in the last is because it is one of the most oldest aircrafts used by the Indian Air Force. This has been used over 3 decades. It was also used in the 99 war in India. Now let's look into the most important specifications of this aircraft, which makes it very special. Now this was constructed back in 1970s by a Russian company, which is the Mikoyan, that is Soviet Union. And it was bought by Indian Air Force around in 1985, and it has served over 3 decades in various air shows as well as battlefields, as I had spoken before. Just like the other flights, let's look into the components of this. Now if you observe, this has a more analog kind of a cockpit instead of the glass cockpit that you had seen in Tejas. This is because it's the more older aircraft compared to the Tejas, and that's why the equipment's a bit more older. However, ever since it has come into the Indian Air Force, the Indian government has tried to make changes to it and make it much more technologically adaptive. Just like the Sukhoi aircraft that we had seen, this is also a twin jet turbojet engine that is used in the Mikoyan MiG-29. Actually, if you see, this aircraft is having the designs which is broadly almost the same as the one that is a Sukhoi Su-27, not the Su-30 which we had seen. And that's why this is also a heavy aircraft weighing roughly around 14,000 kilograms with a speed of around 2,000 kilometers per hour at high altitude. Now let's look into the next important component of the fighter aircraft, that is the sensors. If you look at the nose tip of this fighter aircraft, you will notice a sensor over here which is similar to the radar sensor which is there in Tejas. Now, though this is an old fighter aircraft, it is more technologically advanced compared to the ones that were used back then, that is 3 decades back. A very important proof of this is that the armaments which were used were easily compatible to any environment. It could use 150 magazine round or even 200 magazine round guns, and even the various missiles which India had, including the infamous BrahMos missile, also could be launched using the MiG-29. So that was all about the MiG-29 aircraft. You guys can go and learn about these aircrafts on the internet, especially the Tejas, because it is an 100% Indian aircraft. The information has been given by the government on the Tejas website at tejas.gov.in. You guys should definitely know more about MiG-29 because it is one of the oldest aircrafts in the family of all the aircrafts in the Indian Air Force. It has served around 3 decades in the various wars, including the Kargil War in 1999. So I hope you guys liked this small video on Indian fighter aircrafts. I have tried to tell you the most important ones in the Indian system. Do let us know any concepts or doubts if you haven't understood, or if you would like us to teach anything in specific. Do let us know in the comments or in the messages on our Instagram profile. So that's all for today's video, guys. I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you.